Hey everybody, it's Poster 2. Welcome back to the channel. And what do you say I get ready to build an engine? Anyways, I've been ready to build an engine for quite some time, but finally, I've got some more rings. These are the rings that I've been waiting on for a while. If you remember in the last video, I showed you that, yeah, I had 15 instead of 16 oil control rings. Kind of hard to build an engine like that. So anyways, I've got this, I got the new set from Molly, and I triple checked the count on it to make sure that it was right. And here we go. Let's build some stuff. You know, I gotta build an engine. It's me. I like it. Okay. Anyway, good stuff. Right there. There it is. Anyway. And we get the engine. I got to clean that cylinder again. And what I'm doing next on this guy is I'm going to check the ring set. Check the ring set to make sure that that I've got enough I get enough ring clearance. Yeah, that's it. And we'll go from there. And I'll start putting these on the pistons, and we'll be good to go. Woohoo! Okay. Working on these. I already checked the first two rings in the number one cylinder, and it looks fine. But if you want to see the methodology for how I'm doing it, it is kind of hard with these oil rings because they are so flimsy. They like to move around a lot. What I'm doing is I'm placing them in the bore, and then I'm taking this piston. Now, this piston is a one out of a 350 Chevy. It's an old small block Chevy, and it is a 4-inch bore. And as you can see on here, if you look at here, there's a lot of room in it. However, I took the top ring out of it, and I've got the second ring in there, and you can see it protrudes quite a bit. What it does is when I put it in there, it sits flush. The ring forces the ring forces the piston to be square in the bore. So when I do that, it forces this oil ring. Yeah, if I do it right, it forces the oil ring down into the bore an equal amount. You can see that the top is all flat around there. Well, it's got a beveled edge, but it is even all the way around. And when I put this in here to set the ring, it sets it square, and then I can take the feeler gauge and measure it. I can't do it with 2 fingers or 2 hands, 1 hand. Anyways, but you just run it in the gap and check it and see if the feeler gauge passes, and it does, so it's good to go. Anyways, I'll start putting these on. I'll show you what the deal is with the oil rings. They go on a little bit different than the compression rings. Compression rings, you have to use a tool to do that, which is a ring expander. And for the oil rings, what you have to, well, I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. All right, to show you how you do this, I got the ring, and I've numbered this one the number one piston. As you can tell, there's the pin. I've got what the heck is that called? Well, it's a little spring that goes in the end there that keeps the pin from moving. I don't have the second one in there because I'll put the rod on it first and then do that. But I'm trying to get all this together, get all the rings on it first before I do. So this is what you do to get the stuff in. So you have your spacer, your ring spacer, and it goes in that bottom groove. It's the largest one on there. So we're not worried about the direction, the spacing of the gaps yet. We'll do that after everything is together. But to get these on here, with the rings, you have to do them differently, or the opposite. So I'm going to take it on the left side here. This is going to go on the bottom, and I'm going to put it in the ringland, or on top of that, on top of the spacer. Oh, spacer's got to be in there, square. Oh, got to take it back out. You don't want you don't want this to be overlapping. You want it to be square in there, right? Wow, that seems large. Well, let's get the, I'm going to put my thumb over where the gap is on the ring spacer. And again, well, this is going to be fun. All right, let's see. Put it there. I'm going to do this on the bottom. Start from the left side and work my way around. We're going to roll it around the piston. Let's see if it'll stay. And keep it on the bottom part of that. All right, let's see what it did. I think it screwed up. We'll get it. We'll get it. All right, there we go. So the bottom one is on there. All right, so for the top one should be a little bit easier, but I'm going to start it on with the right side, and go around it counterclockwise. Or no, I guess this is clockwise. The other one was counterclockwise. So I'm just going to spin it into position, just like that. And there you go. Now your rings are in there. Now you notice there's the gap and there's the gap. When I get ready to put this in the piston or in the engine, before I do that, I'm going to set all the gaps so that they're in the correct orientation. I'm going to mark this one just to make sure that I'm which one I'm going. This is number 1 piston. I will mark each of them as I go, and we'll do that. Anyways, that's how it is. I'll show you. We're going to measure. Let's see. I got to pull this out. So, anyways, I'm going to measure the other rings to make sure they're good, and continue on the same thing. When I'm ready to put the second and third ring in, I will bring you back. All right, I got the second ring measured, and it measures out perfectly. Something I did want to show you is that some pistons or some piston rings are directional. You have to put them in correctly or they will not work right. That's because they have a bevel on them, or that they're made a certain way so that they will react correctly when in the cylinder. So one of the ways that you know which way to go is there's a dot on the ring right there that shows the upward side. Now, the second ring, if either of them is going to be unidirectional, it's going to be the second ring, the second compression ring. But as in this case, they are not unidirectional. Both the secondary ring and the top ring are both directional. You have to have it in the right way. This set from Molly is the top ring is plasma Molly, and I can't remember what this one is. But I've got my little ring expander here. I'm going to put it in the pockets, and I'm going to stretch it out. And okay, I'm going to try a little less harder to make it go ping, and we'll get this on here. Let's see. There it is. All right, second ring is installed. And we're going to do the third one. Well, the top one. All right, so there's a little bit of a problem with this top ring. It isn't a huge problem, and it's something we can easily fix, and that is I don't have enough clearance on it. It's less than the 17 thousandths that, is that what that is? Let's see again. 17 thousandths that I'd planned to make these. So anyways, I need to file it just a little bit. One thing when you're filing rings is that there's a couple things. One, you have to keep the file or the ring very square to the file. And the second thing is you don't file very much. It doesn't take very much to create gap in your ring. So you have to file it just a little bit and measure it very often to make sure that you're not going over, making it too big or screwing things up. So that's what I'm going to do is work on cleaning that up a little bit, and we'll get that installed in just a minute. All right, I've been working on this top ring, and I don't know if you can see it here or not, but that side is real shiny. That's the side that I was taking off there. And that side is not. I didn't. Anyways, I tried to keep it square and even so that when they're pressed together, they are fairly square to each other. The other thing I went and did is after I got through filing it, I took and just barely chamfered all the edges so that there's no sharp stuff on it. Anyways, and as you can see on this one, there's a, well, maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. There's a dot right there, so that's going to be the top of the piston ring. And same procedure as the second ring. I'm going to put it in the thing here and spread it out a little bit, and we'll put it in that top groove. Stretching a little bit further. All right, and there you go. Now you got a piston and its rings all put together. Again, like I said, I'll set the I'll clock the rings in the right orientation when the time comes, and we'll be good to go. It's the same procedure for all the pistons. For right now, I'm going to put this piston back into its bag, and then I'll be numbering the bags as I go. They'll match up with the pistons, and when I get it all with the rods, and when I get it all set, then I will mount the rods onto the pistons, and it'll be good to go. So I've been back in the shop this morning, in the garage, trying to get some stuff done. And the other day I had, this is a couple days later from just what the break? Yeah, blah blah blah. I had number 1 done. Today I've got everything, or at this point I've got everything except for 6 and 8 done. As far as gapping the rings, and it's been holding true for the for all of the all of the top compression ring. They've all been a bit tight, so I've had to file all of them back. Second ring has been fine. The oil rings been fine. So just working on it, and that's what I'm doing. I'm going to see about getting the rest of it done. I got to go take care of a couple things right now, but it's still working. All right, got the rest of the pistons done. They are ready to go. I think my next step is to clean the block, clean the bores in the block before I go through it. There's a couple other things I need to do too. I want to, before I forget to do it, I need to put this this plug in the front. It's part of the oil galley up here. Where's it at? Right, I think it's that one right there anyways. It could be the one next to it, but we'll see. That's the one that matches up with the it's part of the oil galley, like I said, and it matches up with the where the barbell is in the back. That's one big long oil passage. Let's see what else. I need to put I think I'm going to get some new Permatex. I've got these the side bolts for the crankshaft that I need to put in here. In each of those, but I need to put just a bit of RTV on the inside of those, on the face. Yep, right. Yeah, that portion right there, so that it seals up. It seals up against the block. Otherwise, you'll get oil leakage out of those. All right. I need to double check. I don't remember if I tightened these guys up, and I know I've got the big one on the other side that I need to tighten up, so that's not a big deal. Other than that, let's see. It spins pretty nice. Got to put the rods. Why is it doing that? Oh, I must have put my finger in front of it. I got to put the rods, attach the rods to the pistons, and get the other spring clip in there so that they're good. Loosen. I think I'm gonna loosen the rod bolts first so that it won't be a hassle once I get the pistons on there to get it loose. It's a lot easier with the rods, free right there. But yep, that's where we're at right now. All right, for the number 1, I already went through and I loosened the bolts up here, and there is an orientation to these that you need to go. When you look at the top of the piston, you can see the arrow there. That goes towards the front of the engine. Okay, so I'm going to turn this over. The arrow's pointing that way now, to the left. What I want to do is these nibs that are on here, the little bumps, those are going to go to the back. So it's going to look, when it's attached, it's going to look something like that right there. And what I have to do now, I'm going to put some yeah, some of the Lucas Assembly Lube in the wrist pins so that it's not. I want to put it inside the piston area as well as on the wrist pin itself. Let's pull it out and get it done. All right, I got the first snap ring in there, and one of the things I want to do on these is make sure that where the gap is not where this hole is. That's a hole to allow you to get the snap ring out of there. So what I had to do, well, anyways, I want to make sure that gap is not there. I don't know if that's right or not, but that seems right to me. I just want to keep the gap separate so that it's not messing anything up. Anyways, as you can see, I've got the arrow pointing to the left and the little nibby is to the right. That's going to be, when it's in the block, that will be pointing towards the back of the block, and that will be pointing towards the front. So this piston rod is all together. Let's get on with the rest of them. All right, that puts all the rods and the pistons together, and I think that's going to be what it is for today. I got other things to do, you know, that works. So pistons are ready. I still got to clean the block and do those other things that I told you about before I can put them in. That will probably start or commence tomorrow, and well, that's where we're at. So while this has been slower than expected, it's still going together, and I appreciate everybody that has been watching and you know, all those other great things, commenting. So yeah, if you'd like to like, share, and subscribe, I would really appreciate it if you did that. And I'll continue to work on this, and we'll get this engine together. In the meantime, till we meet again, please be well.